The Boys Season 2, Episode 1, 2, 3. Let's go! Let's talk about how gross and disgusting and sinister it is that Homelander is drinking milk, sucking on the bottle like he's having an orgasm. So Homelander is spending some quality time with his young super son with the red beady eyes. He's like, yeah, son, you're me. You can fly. He pushes his son off the roof and he falls right on his fucking face. Homelander's introduced to a new member that could potentially be in the 7. And he goes nice enough and he listens to him. He's like, what if I do this? Bam! He pops him right in the fucking ears. And blood gushes everywhere. And he tells the redhead assistant or whatever the fuck title she is. And he says, I decide who's in the 7. Not you with Chubhead Chas. So Mr. Aqualad is sad that he's not in the 7 anymore. So he talks to this witchcraft lady that promises him to get back into the 7. As long as he reads this Illuminati book. That's all you gotta do. So the Aqualad is kicked out of the 7, sad and alone. But he's not alone. His gills are speaking to him. And his gills are the voice of none other than Patton Oswalt. This shit is creepy as fuck. If I had a piece of my body speaking to me, I would be creeped out too, trying to hide that shit. And of course you don't want to show that shit during sex. That's why he's always trying to get some head or something, because ain't nobody trying to see that shit. So the boys get caught up with Homelander in the tunnel. And he's like, oh, hello, yo. Homelander is a fucking psycho. He's saying hello like they old pals. Like they old buddies that play dominoes on the weekends. But this shit turned into a dope ass motherfucking fight scene where the Asian dude with the magic hands just come through with the hands and collapses everything on top of Homelander. That shit was nice. So Mr. Magic Hands and his sister have, mutated powers. Well, Mr. Magic Hands ran into the brand new member of the 7. And she literally took those hands and then watched him choke to death and said, look at me in my eyes. I like to see the light leave. This new chick is not playing around. Hi. Speaking of her, when Homelander first met her, she was like Facebook living or whatever the equivalent to that is. Just being like, she doesn't give a fuck what Homelander has to say. She is not intimidated. So part of that I like of her character. But we'll see what happens with her. That's my review for The Boys Season 2, Episodes 1, 2, and 3. Subscribe to Watch the Pot on YouTube. Yeah, boy. You will watch The Boys every week. Subscribe.